Assalamu alaikum. Hello everybody. Hello grade 4A, 4B and 4C. Today's lesson is with Mr. Mahmoud Abu Samra. It's a grammar lesson. Yes, it's comparative and superlative adjectives and adverbs. I want you to pay more attention to this lesson because I know you are good boys, but last time we talked about something which was in grammar. It was an adverb. Now, I want you to know the answer of this question. What is the difference between an adjective and an adverb? Let's know this first. What's an adjective, my dear boys? An adjective modifies or describes or tells us about a noun. It describes a noun. We have here two examples. The weather was nice yesterday. Nice is an adjective. It describes what? Very good. Describes the weather, and the weather is a noun. Mr. Husni is a kind man. Kind is an adjective. It describes Mr. Husni. Yes, Mr. Husni is a noun. He is a proper noun, Mr. Husni. Yes. Now, this was an adjective. What about the adverb? An adverb modifies or describes or tells us about a verb. It describes the verb. Mr. Husni speaks kindly. Kindly is the adverb. It tells us about what? About Mr. Husni or about speaks? Very good. Tells us about speaks, the verb, the action verb. The other example is the man drives carefully. The man drives carefully. Carefully is an adverb. It describes what? Describes the man or drives? Well done. Good. It describes drives. Drives is the verb. Now, after we have known about the difference between an adjective and an adverb, let's now watch this video and enjoy your time.
Comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives compare two things. Cristiano is taller than Messi. Messi is shorter than Cristiano. Cristiano is older than Messi. Messi is younger than Cristiano. Pep is happier than Jose. Jose is angrier than Pep. Pep is friendlier than Jose. Jose is crazier than Pep. Tennis is more interesting than golf. Golf is more boring than tennis. Boxing is more aggressive than swimming. Swimming is less dangerous than boxing. At football, Brazil is better than America. America is worse than Brazil. At basketball, America is better than Brazil. Brazil is worse than America. Superlatives compare one thing to many others. Who is the tallest? Cristiano is the tallest. Who is the youngest? Messi is the youngest. Who is the happiest? Cholo is the happiest. Who is the craziest? Jose is the craziest. Which sport is the most aggressive? Boxing is the most aggressive. Which sport is the least dangerous? Swimming is the least dangerous. Who is the best football player? He is the best football player. Who is the worst basketball player? He is the worst. Tall, short, old, young, happy, angry, friendly, crazy, interesting, boring, aggressive, dangerous, good, bad. Comparatives and superlatives.
Now, after you have watched this nice video, yes, can you answer my question? What was this video about? Very good. It was talking about adjectives, all types of adjectives, comparative and superlative, in adjectives only. Now, I want you now to open your practice books, page 341. Now let's read and then listen to the other video for more details about adverbs. Now let's first look at this book, our books, page 341. You have now at the beginning the definition of a comparative adjectives, which compares two people, places, things, or groups. Now let's go to a comparative adverb after two lines. A comparative adverb compares two actions, not nouns. Not two people or thing. Yes, it compares two actions. And then let's go now to the exercise. We have here directions. Change the underlined adjective or adverb to its comparative form if the sentence is followed by C. I mean, if the sentence is followed by C, change the underlined word into comparative and change it to a superlative form if the sentence is followed by S. Yeah, I mean, if the sentence is followed by S, change the underlined word to superlative. Now, number one. I had a tiny cabin and S. He wants it superlative. Tiny. Very good. Tiniest. Tiny. Tiniest. How can we spell tiniest? Good. T-I-N-I-E-S-T. T-I-N-I-E-S-T. Number two, the weather is bad than last week. Bad than last week. And he wants comparative. The comparative form of bad is worse. W-O-R-S-E. R S E. W-O-R-S-E. Now, number 3. His gear. His gear. Gear means equipment, his tools, his luggage. Was the messy of all the climbers. Messy. And he wants it superlative. Messy. Very good. Messiest. M-E-S-S-I-E-S-T. Number 4. Trucks. Do you know trucks? Bravo. Big cars. Trucks move slowly on wet roads than on dry roads. Slowly. And he wants it comparative. Very good. More slowly. We add more. More slowly. Number 5. This mountain is steep than that one. Steep. Comparative. Good. Steeper. We add ER only. Number 6. Steering is easy over there. And he wants easy comparative. Easy. It's like tiny. Easier. Very good. E-A-S-I-E-R. His is the fast truck of all. His. It means his truck. His is the fast truck of all. Fast. And he wants it superlative. Fastest. Fastest. F-A-S-T-E-S-T. Now, let's go to the next video. Watch it and enjoy your time with it.
Now let's talk about making comparative and superlative sentences in English using adverbs. The first thing we need to know is what is an adverb? And we can find out if we look that adverbs are words that modify verbs. Okay? Adverbs modify verbs or describe verbs. Well, how do we make adverbs in English? If you know how to make an adjective, then here's what you do. You will take an adjective and you will add the ending ly. Let's take a look at some examples. We have the adjective beautiful and we have the adjective smart. If we want to change these into adverbs, we could do it in English by adding ly, so beautifully and smartly. Now we have two adverbs that describe or modify verbs. Here are two of the most common one-syllable adverbs. Okay, so please be careful. You don't say fastly or hardly, because that has a different meaning in English. So we would use fast and hard to describe a verb, not fastly and hardly. Let's take a look at the form. So here we have Bill drives more intelligently than Bob, where instead of having is to give you a description, we now have the verb drives, so we must use intelligently. We can also say Bill drives more crazily than Bob. In an adjective might be crazier, but here we will use the form more crazily than. In the negative form, Bill drives less intelligently than Bob. In equality, in an equal form, we could say that Bill drives as intelligently as Bob. And please note, with one-syllable adverbs, we would say, Bill drives faster than Bob, not more fastly. The superlatives use the in front of the adverb and est ending. So, Bill drives the fastest of all my friends, if I want to include that. Bill drives the most intelligently for the longer adverbs, and Bill drives the least intelligently of them all. Please note that there is no equality degree in superlative form. Let's look now at the irregular count, non-count forms of adjective and adverbs. Good and well, bad, badly, much, many, less, few, and far do not follow the standard form. So in a comparative sentence we would say, Bill is better than Bob. Coke is the best. Okay? Bill drives better than Bob. Bill is the best driver. The word bad is not badder than, but worse than the worst. Much and many translate into more than and the most. Less becomes less than the least. Please note that when we count things, we don't say less than, but we say fewer than, the fewest. And the word far has two different meanings. When we refer to distance, we would say farther than, the farthest. But when we refer to the meaning more, as I am more advanced than you, I am further than, the furthest in this book.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Now I want you now to open your books at page 376 to do this at home. Thanks a lot for your great interest, and till we meet again inshallah next time, I wish you and your families all the best. Stay at home, take care of yourselves, my dear boys. See you, bye bye.